Okay, it says we're live, so hello, welcome. Apologies if you can hear my neighbor's tree crew happening. He was having some trees taken out, and most of them they did yesterday, but apparently they had to come back today for either another tree or just. I forgot to mute my stream. Anyways, that is now fixed. Whoopsies. Yes, so apologies if you can hear sort of like the rumble of their engine and or an occasional wood chipper going off. They have taken down, I think, all of the trees that our neighbor was talking about having taken down. So cross our fingers that we don't have too much more of that. But yesterday I caved to being influenced in terms of like crochet. But also in terms specifically of, I think I have shown it before, Mary Makes on Instagram, or Mary Maker, I can't remember. But anyway, so she makes these jumbo dinos from a pattern, and she has adjusted the pattern in order to be able to make them with like fewer stripes and quicker. Anyway, so I think I have shown them here before, but I'll just go ahead and like pop the link to this in the chat in case you also want the cave to being influenced. But anyway, so let me share the screen. So Mary Makes is her user on YouTube. So this is the tutorial for how to make the dino, the mini dino. She normally makes one that is yay big. That's her jumbo. And I just like, I want one really bad, but I have never succeeded at crocheting things. I tried at one point when I was very young, because I inherited some of my paternal grandmother's crochet stuff, but I only had the written instructions at this point. This was like way before YouTube was like a real thing. And we still had dial-up. So, and I quite literally like threw the instruction book across the room because I could not figure out like the very beginning. And I'm still, even though yesterday I made something, I still have trouble with just like that first bit. I can't tell you how many times I started over. Anyway, so I caved to the influence and I went and I got the materials. And so she calls for 2 colors because you have stripes. So I got, these are metallic, so I don't know how well that will show up. They have sparkles in them because that was the prettiest colors that they had at the store. So I got the yarn and I also got some of the fluff to go in it. And so I spent way too many hours. Again, keep in mind, this is like my very first foray into crochet. I was like, there was a lady standing in the aisle and I asked her whether metallic yarn would be better. Like, would it make it harder to work with essentially? And she's like, not really, but you should start with pot holders if this is your, like, if you're really a beginner. I'm like, oh, well, nuts to that. So anyway, so I messed up the proportion of the head. So the head's a little bigger than it should be. And one of his stripes is not in the right spot. And also I did not attach the legs and tails correctly. So my little dino cannot stand on its own. He looks a little drunk. But here is my first foray into the land of crochet. So as I said, like he's supposed to balance on his 2 feet and tail, but like I didn't position them right. So he just kind of falls over. But anyway, he's cute and squishy. And I I eventually was very proud of myself. So again, like the sparkles are not really picking up as much as I thought they would. They pick up a little bit more in the silver. But yeah, so my little drunk T-Rex, because honestly, he looks like he's sort of dancing off into, I don't know. But anyway, he's cute. So this is my first attempt at crocheting something. And so he's cute and squishy. And I did not have it. They didn't have any safety eyeballs at the store. So I ordered some, but they're not coming till like late tonight. So, but yeah, so I am planning to try again. And I don't know whether or not I'm going to try again with like the same colors or like invert the colors or just try and do a solid color one to make sure I have the body shape figured out. But yeah, not too bad. So I'm proud of my little strange dino. Yeah. So he's so scrunkly and wonderful. The dino is so cute and squishy. He's very, very cute. And they had more metallics. I went to Walmart, by the way. And they had more metallics there. So they had sort of like a turquoisey teal, as well as a maybe like milk chocolate metallic. So I might go back and get some other colors and like, but that's like if I can figure out how to properly make a non-drunk dino. I should slap some googly eyes on him temporarily. Do I have any I might not have googly eyes. I'm sure I have some buttons that I could do. So I might wind up putting some buttons on him anyway, but yeah. So I have a cute sparkly rose pink and gray dino. He's cute. I like him. He's so well done. No mistakes. So neat and tidy. Yes, no mistakes with his first stripe sort of on the side of his neck. I did not. I did manage to figure out, I've done something wrong. I have too many stitches. I need to decrease. So I did manage to do that until I had the right amount of stitches. But yeah, but he's cute. I like him. But also let me say hello because I didn't do that yet. And also since today is the 15th, it's mid-month. So if you're planning to do a mid-month check-in or mid-month review, that would be a good thing to do today. And also I have not pinned it. Let me pin it. Pin the spreadsheet. Okay. Spreadsheet is pinned. Patcha says, thanks for the reminder. You're almost on schedule with your goals. Yay! Slightly behind, but not horribly. For an ENFP with ADHD who's crazy, that's pretty good. Yes, we like that. No, we need to celebrate all progress. So yes. Also, you checked the time and was like, no notifications again. So you searched me up. I was like, how would you like to subscribe? Yeah, YouTube occasionally does this sort of like great swath of like unsubscriptions. So I make sure that you're still subscribed to your peeps, because if you haven't seen somebody in a while, make sure you go look them up. And if you need help remembering who else is on AuthorTube, the very first tab in the link will provide you with the list of AuthorTube channels. The engineer was over your shoulder and it's like, she's your regular. How are you not subscribed? Yeah, well, YouTube does weird things. So Aramis, hello, welcome. Joining you today while you write your short story turned novella. Ooh, I love expanding stories. I am forever an overwriter rather than an underwriter. Amanda, hello. Hello. Ooh, you're going to be working on KonMariing your clothes. Yes, I did that relatively recently. So, Cool Gamer says hi. Hello. Padgett says, surely I haven't been not subscribed to you all this time. Why would YouTube They do weird things. I don't know. It would be like deleting your Starbucks app or throwing away all the salty snacks in the house. # nonsense. Yes. This is the tutorial for the mini dinos. Is there some way to accidentally unsubscribe to people that is easy to accidentally do? I don't think so. But like YouTube does weird things. We have encountered this before where they have unsubscribed people's. Yes, Mary Makes Yarn Shelf is adorable. And if she has social media posts on Instagram that show her unboxing all of her yarn that she ordered. And it's so good. It's so good. You want to make a dino? Do it. We should just have like AuthorTube dinos. And that should just be like, yes. In the past, YouTube unsubscribed you from one of your most watched channels. Maybe that happened to you as well. Yeah, I don't know what parameters YouTube has for unsubscribing people, but yeah, you're so easily distracted by new projects. I mean, me too. But I wanted to make the mini one and see if I could do it and not throw things across the room instead of buying the more expensive chenille yarn first. Because eventually the goal is to make myself one of the chenille fuzzy ones. But yeah. Patty says, that's awesome. I've also been condo marine. The boxes in the loft, man, it feels good when you see the empty space afterwards. Yes. Yes, it does. Charlie, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you? And how is life treating you? How busy is your day today? Because I know that Wednesdays have been sort of like very, very busy for you in the last while. So Amanda says, I have like 3 unfinished crochet projects and I'm not allowed to start any new ones until I finish. Is that your promise to yourself or a promise to someone else? Because if I promise myself that kind of thing, that I break that promise like 100%, maybe 98% of the time. That just says, most likely you're right. The engineer was just all the channels to unsubmute from. Yeah. You love metallic yarn so much. It'll be so pleasing to look at as you crochet. Yes, I was very pleased with how the I think I only snagged the metallic part once or twice, but most of the time it was very, very easy to handle. So yes, so cute. Patch says, hey Charlie, are you going to start your potentially new streaming schedule tomorrow? No pressure, just wondering. This is where googly eye suggestion. Yes. You were going to say buttons, but he might look haunted then. I might have some like pearl buttons that would be like round. If I don't, I'm sure my mother does somewhere in her button collection. That might actually be the perfect thing. Because if I could get one that's like close to the sort of like silvery color, that might work. Yes. Tiny buttons. Yes. Amanda is making yourself a cup of tea because you're a baby and can't do chores unless I get a treat. I mean, that is definitely one way to do it, is definitely reward yourself as you do. Shadow's Lair, hello, hello. You may do some work on your novel, but yes, you were supposed to also finish Gondo Marine your house. Cries. Oh no. YouTube also, yes, Shadow's Lair has had a lot of problems with being unsubbed from places. Yeah. Charlie says, perhaps you have your first class on morality and evil tonight. Oh, and I don't know how much work it will be yet. There will be a pop-up tomorrow if you have anything to say about it. Gotcha. Diane is here. Hello. Welcome. And Diane says, Paget. Yes. Sounds very heavy, but also very thought-provoking. I could talk in a circle about topics like that all day long. That was essentially part of my hour-long presentation in grad school on Paradise Lost. Was sort of about morality and evil, but also like just monotheism, rewriting history in order to conquer polytheism. So fun stuff. Charlie says YouTube knows there's an unsubscribing bug in the system, but they haven't tracked it down because they have not tracked down the cause yet. They have mentioned it a couple of times in their updates. Oh, so they have a bug. Okay, I need to start paying more attention to their updates, apparently. Oopsies. Promise to myself, lol, but I'm holding myself to it because I really want to start sewing and I have to clean up my mess to get the sewing table out. Okay, see, this makes sense then, yes. Charlie says, yes, we had to compose our personal theory of evil before the class started. And, oh, okay. And then we are going to see how much it changes over the class. Interesting. That is an interesting experiment to do. Diane says, getting ready to take the dog for a walk. You're going to take us in your pocket. Excellent. Between the new fiction podcast and everything else, you're almost too busy. You just have to remember to breathe. Yes, please do remember to breathe. Patrick says, I had a crush on every one of my psychology, sociology, anthropology, and philosophy professors in undergrad, and I'm 85%. I'm sure it was 85% a talky-talk infatuation since those subjects are so invigorating. Yes. I think I have only really I've not had too many crushes on my professors. I had one very, very short-lived crush because the computer science teacher was like perfection to look at. And then, yeah, the most monotone delivery of it was so bad. I don't know how many times I fell asleep in that class. It was not good. So that crush was very short-lived. Some of the other teachers were very interesting, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I would have a crush on them. Yeah. Amanda says, lol. Emma says, hola, everyone. Don't forget to boop the like button. Yes, please. You don't think you've ever crushed on a teacher, but mine were all pretty old. Yeah. Well, I think that was the only one. And that was when I was in college. So, and the professor wasn't that much older. So, but anyway, again, very short lived. Did not go anywhere. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to do the pull today because I have to do a little something with my cards a little bit later. But so we're just going to go ahead and pop into a sprint. Apologies for those of you who wanted the card pull today, but I have plans for my cards, so I have to kind of make sure that I keep them for that because I've got a shuffly situation thingy. We're going to start with the teapot. Present. Share. Make it big. Okay. All right. So, 1, save your document if you've already been working. If not, now is a fantastic time to pull up whatever document or documents you're going to be working on. 2, make sure you have a sip of whatever it is that you are hydrating with. And I don't want my custard to come with it. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Okay. I hope that I'm done with that section of drafting. So there's that. Okay, how are we doing? Stephanie's having a rough week. I'm very sorry to hear that your cat passed away. Well, it hasn't gotten worse. It's hard to get it better so quickly. Yeah, for sure. So make sure you take some time for self-care and be gentle on yourself. Yes, Emma also says be kind and gentle to yourself. Yes. Jen says hello. And you lost one of yours in January and it's so hard. Yeah. Amanda has successfully gotten all the clothes out of the closet, but not your dresser. Turns out you have more clothes than you thought. Right? And I think that's the whole point of Kondo Marie's method of like gather absolutely everything of one category together and see exactly how much you own, which is daunting once you pull it all out, for sure. It's amazing how much we miss them, isn't it? Jen says, I still do. There are kids in a way. Yeah. She was your baby. Oh. Yeah. There's also a little bit of talk about crushes on teachers. It's probably not necessarily the best thing to have crushes on every older male who speaks in depth and gives you some sort of attention because you're, looking up at them with starry eyes and wonder. Yeah. Sending a panda to everyone who is now sad thinking about pets that are no longer with us. I saw something online, and again, apologies if you can hear my neighbor's yard work, but I saw something online that I just kind of made me laugh, which is that all the people who are like, I hope, they're talking about dogs who have passed away specifically. They say, I hope he's chasing a squirrel around heaven, whatever. And so somebody else was like, but why, what happens to the squirrels then? And somebody was like, oh, heaven is very efficient. The dog's heaven where they chase squirrels is the squirrel hell where they get chased by dogs. And so I was like, that's one way to think of it. Efficiency. But yeah, so that made me kind of giggle. But yeah, and apparently Stephanie as well. So yes. Efficient afterlife, right? Nobody ever really talks about in the holy books like how efficient or not the afterlife is. So that's not something that really enters the conversation usually. So it's kind of funny. It's good to remember past pets every now and again, if you haven't recalled them for a while. But we are going to move on to the next sprinty sprint. We're going to use the 30-minute teapot. Present, share. And this is the time for self-promo. So if you have something that you would like to promote that is writing adjacent, please make sure that you do so during this sprint. Make sure that if you have a website, a blog, social medias, etc. You let us know what name it's under and what platform we can find you on. If you are on Amazon or you have a book coming out soon or recently come out, please do make sure that you let us know about that. Just remember that if you do not have a blue wrench, you will not be able to post direct links. I'm trying to think, do I have... Okay, that was a side thought. Anyway, so again, don't forget to do your self-promo. There are links in the description for the tarot journals that I have made, as well as, again, the spreadsheet, which is pinned to the top of the chat as well. So don't forget to also subscribe and like, in case you are unsubscribed by YouTube. Double check that. Also, make sure you are following your fellow writers. So, 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're supposed to be hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was sprint number 2, I think. Was it number 2? I don't know. I'm getting lost in it. my sense of time is getting lost. But anyway, so my screen blipped for a few seconds, so make sure you save your document. Let's see. Amanda is having to put on a fashion show because you are losing weight, so you need to try on everything to see if it still fits or you like the way it looks, things like that. Yeah. Yep. You're down 10 pounds so far this year, 55 to go. Nice. Good start. That's fantastic. Sometimes those first 10 are like the hardest to do because you're on that plateau. Your body like wants you to stay at that level. Patch says, I'm totally that stereotypical 41-year-old with a pair of American Eagle jeans from junior year of undergrad that I cannot let go. Like maybe one day. I think I'm sort of guilty of this, but sort of not. Like the normal everyday clothes, I sort of like declutter and purge all the time. But like the nicer things, the things I paid more money for. So like the nicer trousers that the brand of trousers in this particular cut, that I had at a smaller size, they don't make those anymore. So no, you will not catch me throwing those out because just maybe one day. So yeah, things like that. Diane says, Paget, I feel that as well, for the things you can't let go. Yes. Amanda got rid of your first pair of pants. Nice. Excellent. Paget says, it's the only clothing item I can't condo. It's sentimental at this point. Yeah. No, this last round of decluttering, I finally admitted to myself that I just don't like the way that I look in khaki or khaki colored pants. The one exception to that is corduroy, because I have one pair of corduroy pants that are sort of like palish. But I don't like khaki or khaki colored things on the bottom half. Don't like it. Don't know why. But I don't like it. So I got rid of all of my khakis. So that was an easy, like, finally decided on that and got rid of those. So I also, I think, decluttered some things that like I'd worn a couple of times, but I just never really liked the way that I looked in them. Yeah. So that was mostly, I think my latest round of decluttering was pretty good. So yeah. Yeah. Your American Eagle jeans. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder for saving. You're welcome. Yes. Stephanie says, if it sparks joy, you can keep it. True. Very true. Also, if you decide to repurpose pants, ones that have pockets specifically, they make great aprons. Like use the pockets for apron situation. It's great. Aramis got 352 words that sprint and 256 the one before. Fantastic. Amazing. Diane just finished working on yours yesterday, decluttering your closet, I think. And you need to lose about 40. You could lose more, but 40 is the health goal. Right. Yeah, you always have to keep in mind the health goal. And the why you're doing it. So Paget said, I read through about an eighth of yesterday's writing and started editing too much. You must hold back. Must you? If it's better after you edit. Me? But on the other hand, if it's taking way more time to edit than you want it to, there is the reason for that. Okay. I am like maybe I've got like maybe 15 to 25% left of this section to edit. So hopefully I can get done in the next sprint. That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Okay. Let's see. Do we want, it is 2:25. Do we want a 30-minute babbling brook with the audio, or do we want a 30-minute silent? So ambient babbling brook or silent? And I'll probably just pick one of HK's cute ones. So babbling brook, which has sounds, or silent. Amanda votes ambiance. Alrighty then. Present, share screen. Okay, so we're gonna do the babbling brook. If it bothers you, just mute it and we will carry on. So reminders. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is that you are hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30-minute babbling brook in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the end of sprint number 3. How'd we do? I did finish that section of editing, and I moved on to the next section and got started with that. Kind of like maybe 30% of the way through that one. Maybe. So yeah. Progress on the editing front, which is always good. Amanda did not even get through half, but you have almost filled one box with stuff to get rid of and another that you're saving for when you next size down. And you're getting yourself some more tea as a reward. Excellent. Good. Good. Yeah. So I think mostly what I'm doing is sort of making notes of things that I need to add on the next go round with this, or things that I need to sort of like beware of in terms of frequency. I don't have pro writing aid, so I'm just kind of like doing it by myself. And yeah, so I'm trying to both clean up, but also like not do the major things just yet. Because I am planning, this is going to be my project for April, I think. I might change my mind. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm hoping that I can get through all of this by the time the end of the month is here. So we can, I can sort of start over at the beginning and make the changes and really do the bigger edits for April camp. That's my goal. So yeah. Diane says admin task started, but ooh, tea sounds good. It does sound good. I might make myself a cup after when we finish. So Aramis got 453 words. Nice. That's double what you normally get in 30 minutes. You're very happy. Fantastic. Lovely. Ooh, honey rose milk tea. Nice. Do you happen to have some boba you could toss in there? Because that would also be delicious to me. I don't know if you like boba or not, but you know. I've sort of like slowly on and off been consuming. I bought like a big package of the boba pearls that are like the quick. They've already like been partially cooked, so you just have to like soak them in hot water for about 3 minutes, and then you can add them to your drink. But yeah. So, but the only thing is I didn't realize until after I had bought and consumed some of them, that the ones I bought have aspartame as sweeteners in them. And I don't particularly care for aspartame. Luckily, I don't put in enough boba to like really like give me a headache. But normally, like if I have a diet soda that has aspartame in it, I get a headache. So yay for not having too much of that in there. But I do like boba. And maybe that's what I should do later this week, is sort of like a yay, you got stuff done thing. Is go get some boba. Get some real boba tea. You do have some, but it's not made. It would be a process. Oh no. Maybe you'll have boba tonight to celebrate finishing. Yes, I like that. Yours are like that as well. Ooh, but they're taro flavored. Ooh, nice. Unsweetened it, and then you sweeten it however you want. Yeah. And that's what I really wanted to get, but they didn't have any when the time I went to a small store to get it. So yeah. Diane says, I've never had matcha tea. Should I get some to try? I would say, before you like purchase your own, I would say get a small one, not at Starbucks, because Starbucks is too expensive. But like one of your other local coffee shops is like likely to have some matcha. Matcha itself is very bitter. So if you are not a fan of sort of like that bitter green tea, like that's because it is green tea. It's just very, very finely powdered. Most of what we have is not like ceremonial grade matcha because that's hard to get and super expensive. But yeah, I would recommend trying it at a local store, and you may want to ask for a latte first, like a matcha latte, as sort of like your introduction to it. So, but you could also ask how your baristas like matcha prepared. So, and maybe go with one of their recommendations, but definitely try it first before you buy a whole set for yourself. I do like matcha lattes, and then so I have been making them at home. But I also like adding a spoonful of the green tea powder or the matcha to smoothies. So if you find that you like it, it is a good addition to smoothies. But I would definitely recommend a green tea latte or a matcha latte specifically from your local coffee shop. But again, not Starbucks, because Starbucks is stupid expensive. And also they put like a heck of a lot of sweetener in there. So, but yeah, definitely go for an attempt first rather than like diving head first, says the person who did not attempt to make a pot holder and just instead went for like dino. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So that is the top of the hour for us. The spreadsheet is pinned to the top of the chat, so please make sure you're checking that. I think SD Houston has been helping upkeep as well. Yes. So thank you very much to everybody who has been helping keep it up, especially when Kat was gone. But yeah, so fun times. All right, so make sure you check the spreadsheet for who has scheduled streams this afternoon and evening, and I will see y'all Friday. I'm not streaming on Sunday. I have a brunch that I'm going to with Bestie, so I will not be here on Sunday, just so you know, but I will be here on Friday. So, all right, I will see y'all soon. If I don't see you on stream, I will see y'all in the chats. All right, bye.